How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to talk to you about what's happening in the market right now, my thoughts on it. Hopefully, it helps your peace of mind a little bit. The market is crashing. It hasn't crashed or anything like that when you think about the actual sense of the word. When you think about the actual definition of crash is of a certain percentage. We're not at that percent yet, but it's correcting a little bit. A lot of stocks are down pretty significantly today, especially some of the biotech stocks, a lot of the SPAC stocks, a lot of the high growth stocks. And it's hurting a lot of people. A lot of people are seeing, corrections that they've never seen. A lot of people are seeing drops that they've never seen. And I just want to tell you, again, my thoughts on it. And then 5 different companies that I bought today, 3 of which I've bought before and I had positions in, 2 of which are new to me. And I'll explain them here in a second. But before we do that, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I just did a live stream kind of covering this stuff, but I wanted to cover it here on the main channel for you. The other video was on my second channel. I want to cover it here for you because I know a lot of people are worried, so I want to hit on this. Now, if you guys like this, please hit the like button. If you guys want some free stock, if you want to start investing with WeBull, if you want to support the channel a little bit, there is a link down there to WeBull. You can deposit $100, get some free stock. If you want to start investing in cryptocurrency, you can check out the link down below to BlockFi. They give you an interest rate. So again, on Stablecoin, they give you 8.6%. Pretty nice on days like today when you see it drop so much. Just to have a little bit of money sitting there in cash just in case there's a rainy day, and it gives you 8.6% interest. So I guess it's not technically cash, but it pretty much is. It's tied to the US dollar, so it doesn't fluctuate in price. There's that down below too. And if you want to join our Patreon group, you can see exactly the stocks that I'm buying now. I think it's really important to know or to have a support group in times like this where there is a lot of stress, there is a lot of volatility, to kind of keep your head on straight. And also, when there are green days too, talking about different stocks to buy into. So it's good on red days, it's good on green days to have that support group there. And I tell you exactly what I buy and sell. There's the link down below to that. Now, just what's happening in the market. There's a lot of red. Honestly, obviously, there's a lot of red. A lot of indexes are down. A lot of the higher risk stocks are down even more significantly. Now, I think you can approach it a couple different ways. I think most people, when the market's green, they keep on saying, oh man, I wish I could have bought this stock at this price, or I wish I could have gotten into this, but it was too high. And a lot of the time we think that a lot. And a lot of the time when the market actually crashes, we don't take advantage of it. We're pissed. A lot of people are pissed that the market's gone down. A lot of people either didn't have cash, and that, that's not great then if you didn't have cash. But if you don't sell out, and as long as you hold on to your positions, and they were actually good positions to start with, they weren't just super speculative stocks that are very risky, the market will recover at some point. So we might see more red. We might see more green. We don't know at this point. A lot of it's tied, I believe, and I've heard this from other people, it's tied to the 10-year Treasury yield. A lot of people are thinking that the Fed's going to raise rates and that's going to cause the stock market to crash. And I don't think that's very likely, but I think obviously the market is scared and worried about that. So what I'm doing is I have some cash on the sidelines. I had talked about, having some cash on the sidelines a couple weeks ago. I did a video on that. And I think that it is important to have some on the sidelines for different opportunities like this. And I'm putting in a little bit at a time. Today, I put in more money than I was expecting. 20% of my cash or something into different plays. And again, that's just off the top of my head. It might be a little bit more than that, honestly, what I just put into different stocks. It might be more like 30 to 40%. But there were some dips that were just too attractive not to follow up on. And again, the market will recover at some point. Just keep a level head. Try to make wise, rational decisions at this point, and I think you'll be fine. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. The stocks could keep on falling, or they could rebound right now. I already see a tick up in some of these stocks I've been buying, so keep that in mind. I bought Gores Holding 6. The Roman numerals are getting to me. I bought that at $17 and I believe right around 21 cents. This is the company that's merging with Matterport. I've been looking to get into this one for a while. I talked about it in my video last night a little bit more, and I was really excited to get into this one. I've been waiting to get into it since it got some more attention. It went all the way up to like 20 something dollars. So let's take a look here. It went up to almost $26, and I wanted to buy in. I almost wanted to buy more at 18, and I kept on waiting. I bought more in the low 17s. I felt like that's a good buying in price. This is going to be a long-term hold for me. I'm not going to touch it. The next stock that I bought is SFTW. This is another company that I really like for the long term. They're merging with BlackSky. I've been honest with this one that I've been buying it all the way down. I bought it when it was maybe 14 and a half, and I've been averaging down since then. This is a company that's already got government contracts. It's a company that's sitting with just about a 20% downside because it's a SPAC. So it's got about a 20% downside at this point. I think it's a long-term play for me, and I think it's a good company. It's already got revenue. I really like it, and I'm going to be holding on to it. The next company is another one that I've been wanting to buy more of for a while. I bought it originally into Teladoc when it was around 170 to 180, and at that point, it felt really expensive. At that point, I was buying it, and it was near all-time highs. I don't remember exactly when that was. I want to say it was back in summer of last year, or maybe it might have been after the dip. It might have been in late fall, but it seemed pretty high because we had seen it much lower before that. It came from a very low price in 2020 and raised up to 170. Now, I bought this one again today. I put more money into it. It fell after a pretty good earnings report yesterday. Some people were expecting higher earnings, but they beat on revenue. They just missed on earnings. This is a company, it's a telehealth company. I think it's the way of the future. I added more today. Palantir is another one that I added more to today. I added, I think, right in the 23s, 24s. Again, I don't have this off the top of my head. I'll pull it up here. I bought Palantir at $23.35, so I'm up a dollar already per share. I like this one long term. I bought some of it for the first time recently, and I want to average down a little bit. I bought in at 29, want to average down, so I bought more shares today. And the last company I bought was GIXU, Giixu. Gores Holding 8. This is the next Gores Holding company. Gores Holding is the company that's brought Luminar. It's also brought Matterport. It's also brought some other companies public too. They've been doing a lot of these, I'll be honest. But right now, I like this at the price it's at. It gives you 1/8 of a warrant and it gives you a share. They're going to split that later on. So I realize some people are waiting for that. But I bought some at, I think it was right at $10.50 or $10.51. I'm holding on to this one. I realize that it is a riskier play because they haven't even announced who they're merging with, but I'm willing to take that risk because it is around $10 per share, and I'm willing to risk that long term because I feel like they brought a lot of good companies public, and even though the market's really volatile right now, picking up a company like this at this current price isn't too risky in my opinion. But of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a stock analyst. Do your own research. Let me know which of these you guys like. I know I've been doing a couple more of these videos recently, but there has been a lot of volatility. This is not an all-inclusive video, so if I didn't include something, it doesn't mean that I don't like it. Just almost the entire market is down right now. So you've got to pick and choose what you actually want to add to, unless I was to buy a couple shares of every single stock in my portfolio. You have to pick and choose. Thank you guys. Let me know what stocks you're buying today. Let me know how you're feeling about the market in general. And if you want to see the video I just did a little while ago on another 3D printing stock that I think is really interesting. It's already got 20x the revenue of NNDM and it's valued about the same. ARK investors bought it. I'll put it up here on the end screen. Thanks.